Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We've already done the EZA LR Vegito, now it is the Gogeta's turn, and just like before, we're wasting no time. They're on the 200% category lead, they're level 10 links, we're going straight into it, max links, 200% lead video. 79% also in the dupe system. We've got the Tech Goku and Vegeta with us, we've got the Vegeta with us again, and we've also got Gotenks on the team because of course they do fall under the time limit category, so we can get that attack defense plus 40% on support. Do let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Let's see what these two can do. Okay, so here we are, even better rotation than the last time. We have them perfectly linked up with the Int Goku and Vegeta, which means we're gonna have every single link active apart from currently Golden Warrior, which it's just not a good link anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. All enemies minus 10% defense and key +1. It's not a great link, so it doesn't really matter. But turn one, before we've even picked up an orb, 427k attack stat, which is actually just kind of crazy. Got 197k defense. Defensively not as good as the Int Goku and Vegeta, which in many events that is of course more valuable, especially eventually once they get their damage reduction, but still a 427k attack stat before I've even picked up an orb is kind of insane. Now that we're gonna get the 18 key off, we're already almost at a million attack stat turn one. Literally, we're almost at a million attack stat, 992k attack stat. That is pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. What are we doing in terms of numbers? 6.9 million. Just scraping almost a 7 million attack stat, followed by a 7.3 mil crit. Oh my days. That's generally ridiculous. That is actually generally ridiculous. The sheer power on these two are actually insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, it's clear to see why the Vegito is definitely the slightly better one just because of how valuable defense is, but the sheer power of these two is actually kind of mad. Like, their sheer power can really contribute to how quickly you can get through a red zone stage, especially when you see it with the likes of, yes, they're probably also better defensively, but the Year 7 LRs, how much damage they do, on top of how much damage they could do, it contributes. Damn, I was not expecting that, but after EZAing, they are also a 180% flat HP and attack and defense lead for Fusion, which again, if you still need to do some category missions on Super Battle Road, maybe ESBR, Goku, Vegeta event, Ultimate Clash, they're going to be very handy for that, or anything where you can do a Fusion category alternative. Not only that, they're a Fizz type lead, giving key +3, HP and attack and defense +120. And on 12 key, just like the Vegito version of them, they raise attack and defense on 12 key. They also raise attack and defense on 18 key. They're pretty much identical until they fuse. And then in their passive, they get attack and defense +180 at the start of turn. They have a medium chance of performing a critical hit as well, which again is very handy. I mean, you just saw how much damage they did on the crit there. Yes, they had type advantage, but pulling out 6.9 million attack stats and then hitting a crit, it's kind of insane considering how much damage they can do. Even without it, they're almost done 3 mil. On top of the fact of also if you have dupes, then they also have a medium chance of also evading enemies' attack as well, just like the other two. As I said, they're pretty much identical until they fuse, and they also get the key +2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained, and then fuse when conditions are met, which again, unfortunately, is still such a shame. Again, I don't know how coding works or anything like that, but it's still such a shame that they didn't think to alter their fusion conditions with the HP, not the HP condition, the turn restriction. Again, fusing when HP is 50% or below is fine, because considering how hard content hits nowadays, even in Super Battle Road where you may see them for a turn, or sometimes or majority of the time not seeing them at all considering you're not spending more than 5-6 turns in there, if you do manage to get it off, Super Battle Road is now accommodating for 200% leads, which means they're doing more damage. Red Zone, it's very easy to get there considering how hard it hits. Goku and Vegeta event, you're bound to get there at some point. It's just a shame they didn't change the turn restriction from 6 to like 4. But, you know, here we are. It's definitely a shame. It would have been nice because then you could have seen the fusions a whole lot more, but you know, they didn't bother. Before they fused, but we do have that time limit support. We're up to a 488k attack stat, 226k defense with the attack and defense plus 40% from Gotenks. What are you up to now? Just over a mil attack stat, which is, again, it's just kind of crazy, isn't it? It's just kind of crazy. We are taking some good steady damage, which means we'll be able to get their fusion off soon. How much damage are we doing now? 7.4, just shy of 7.5 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. Even if they're not fused, if you need to do like anything that involves, especially on a 200% lead, anything that involves fused fighters, fusions, final trump card, in fact maybe final trump card, time limit, and you because that Gotenks is very good in Super Battle Road, and you take them and you have them on rotation and Gotenks comes around and you're pulling out 7.4 to 7.5 million attack stats. That's just crazy. Like, that is crazy to pull that out. That's actually wild. That's actually wild. They're going to be very good for those categories at just dealing just ridiculous amounts of damage. 7.4 million, just shy of 7.5. Okay, so after accidentally dying and finally getting their fusion to come off, we can now see what they do once they fused into Gogeta. So of course, exact same as Vegito, they have that full HP recovery, which is great. Kind of using it during harder events. We have all 7 links active. They're actually currently, I didn't actually know that they weren't actually fully level 10 linked. I might be, they didn't have Fuse Fighter done. I didn't actually know that. So this isn't gonna be a full 200% lead max links video because one link is level 9. Okay, so we're gonna have to revisit this. We're gonna have to revisit this when they do have max links, because that's just not correct, because they have one link that isn't actually level 10. Okay, I mean, there's not gonna be that much difference, but you know, I'd rather not get it completely wrong. So yeah, no, this isn't a max links video. This is just a 200% lead video. So we're gonna have to come back to it, but you know, we have every link active right now, and we also have the support from Gotenks. So they now have a 567k attack stat, 256k defense, which is very good. Now that we've got some orbs, just over 1.1 million attack stat, which again is just kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. So they do the exact same thing as Vegito on the 12 and 18 key. On 12, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy. 7.6 mil, Jesus Christ. On 18 key, they greatly raise defense 1 turn, which is very handy, especially because they have just over 200k defense once they fused. Big 4.7 mil crit as well. It causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, but instead of raising allies' attack, Gogeta greatly lowers attack and defense, which you can't really do in many events, so it's not the best, but I guess you can do some extra damage here and there when that can be effective. One great thing about Gogeta units, attacks effective against all types, which means you're always doing big damage, which this Gogeta definitely does. Attack and defense plus 200% at the start of turn, forms a critical hit when attacking and a high chance of evading enemy's attack for 3 turns from the start of turn. And then, just like the Vegito, they lose a little bit in terms of what they can do. And it then becomes a high chance for a critical hit and a medium chance of evading enemy's attack, starting from the 4th turn. Which is okay. Like, don't get me wrong, those are some good things to have, you know, but unfortunately, whereas you can take advantage of Vegito's damage reduction literally anywhere, even when he loses half, at least he still has it. Unfortunately, there's not many events and stages where you can actually evade in Dokkan, so obviously that isn't the best, but you know, where you can take advantage of it is very handy, and also having the chance to crit is very useful. But this is where the Vegito slightly edges it, just because that damage reduction is so useful to have. And just like the Vegito, Gogeta has key plus 3 in addition per rainbow, keys for obtained. So the final rotation with, I can't believe I generally thought that these two had full level 10 links. I know it's not going to be that much different, like it's literally just 0.5%. But it's not a max links video because one of their links is level 9. Did I put them? I'm going to have to find out. Did I actually think they had level 10 links the entire time, or did I not? But that's mad. That's mad. I actually generally thought these were at level 10 links. I mean, they are, just not when they Gogeta. Fuse Fighters at level 9. So again, no, it just won't that make that much difference. It's literally 0.5%, but I can't call this a max links video because they don't have max links. So we're gonna have to do this again, but no support, 426k attack stat, 221k defense, which is pretty nice. They have type advantage, or that Gogeta has type advantage, so they're good. Now that we've got some orbs without support, we still have just over 1 million attack stat, which again is just kind of ridiculous. But how much are they gonna do without the attack and defense plus 40% from Gotenks? I still can't believe that. Still can't believe that. Not to mention their link set. Yes, Golden Warrior isn't a great link, but they still link very good with 4 or 5 links with some of the better units in the game. They share a full 7 links with, of course, the Tech Gogeta, which is great. Still putting out 6.7 million attacks, which is insane. They share 6 links with like Nameku, Strength Vegito, of course the EZA Super Vegito counterpart. They share 5 links with the Gods. They share 5 links with the LR Tech Gohan and Goku, which is great. They share 5 links with SSJ4 Goku, which once he gets to DZA is very good. They share 4 out of 5 links with a lot of the best units in the game. 4 links with the SSJ4s, UI Goku, Kaelin Khalifa even, Super Vegeta, transforming SSJ2 to SSJ3 Goku, the Fizz one of course. They share so many good links with so many good units. So it's so easy to run these with a lot of the best units in the game. Fusion, Pure Saiyans, Joined Forces, Movie Hero, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, Final Trump Card, Connected Hope, Powerful Comeback, Time Limit, Fuse Fighters, eventually Bond of Parent and Child. And you know what's funny? That's all of their categories. And there's at least some of the better units and best units on all of those categories. And they link so well to them. Even though the Gogeta is not as good as the Vegito because of the damage reduction, he's still very, very good nonetheless. And I still can't believe that Fuse Fighter has been on level 9 this entire time. That's insane. But let me know what you think down in the comments. They're still pretty good and their damage output is honestly ridiculous. And their defense isn't too shabby. But do let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And